Hey y'all, it's your girl and I'm coming back at you with another recipe today. Cajun pasta. So let's get this ball rolling. All right, y'all, here are all the ingredients for my Cajun pasta. I have andouille sausage, which I'm going to be using half of that. 2 chicken breasts that have been marinating in Cajun seasoning. Half a pound of shrimp. Heavy whipping cream, chicken stock, red peppers, yellow pepper, diced tomatoes, parsley, plus a little color. Linguine pasta, you can use whatever pasta you have. Onions, garlic, Saxon Goya seasoning that I may be using. 2½ tablespoons of flour, butter, fresh grated Parmesan, ground paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and Cajun seasoning. And we will throw in a little ground pepper in the end, somewhere around there. So we're gonna go ahead and start getting all this together. Let's get started on dicing up these veggies. I'm using the whole yellow bell pepper and just half of the red because it's pretty big. And I have the 2 cloves of garlic that we're going to use, and I'm going to dice this entire onion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I know you all don't want to sit here and watch me cut, but I want the entertainment today. How y'all like my apron? I'm going to be real quick with these veggies. So quick. See, onions already done. We got the onions done. We're gonna slide those over to the side. And we're just gonna chop these up. But actually, I'm not chopping them. I'm gonna slice them. Because I don't want to chop. And I'm gonna slice them and then slice half of that slice. So we'll have two there, bam, bam, and bam. So that should be enough for the yellow. And we're gonna do the same for the red. I'm going real quick. This knife is super sharp, so it allows me to cut very well. Then we're just cutting them down. So now I have the red. And here is the garlic. I'm gonna smash that, and when you smash it, it just pulls the skin off. I'm gonna probably mince this as much as I can. Oh, some skin still left in here. Oh, sorry. Y'all have to try this recipe. You can use minced garlic as well if you don't want to deal with cutting up the fresh. Always an option. All right. And we're all good. Now I got everything diced. If you want to add more garlic, be sure to do that. I'm only doing the 2. So we got all that done. And now I'm gonna chop up my sausage and get that ready. That's behind me here. We're using a half of a sausage because I have 3 meats. So we're gonna set this one back in the package over there and just start slicing. And I'm slicing these in real thin slices. I love andouille sausage, but you can always use smoked sausage if you can't find andouille, or if you don't have it. Use what you got in your house. If you already have smoked sausage, it works just fine. All right, my water is back here set to start boiling. I'm gonna put a top on it. I put a generous amount of salt in the water. So you want your pasta flavorful, and this is basically the only time you can really flavor your pasta. So it is cooking right now, and I'm gonna put a lid on it so it'll get done faster. All right, I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of olive oil. And to that, I'm adding in a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter. It's stuck together, it's kind of soft. And we're gonna get that melted for our onions and garlic. Let's add these onions in. I'm gonna let these cook a minute before I add my garlic, because I don't want my garlic to burn. So I'm gonna let my onions cook down first. All right, now I'm gonna add in my garlic. Mix that in real good. All right, I'm adding in another teaspoon of butter because I'm going to put in my bell peppers. Get those tossed around. Alright, I'm going to remove my veggies out. Set them in a bowl. Alright, now I'm going to add in my chicken. Let that cook first. My chicken is in here. Remember, these were sitting and marinating in Cajun seasoning, so they're seasoned up. And we're gonna cook until it's about cooked through, because it's got to be put in the sauce, and it'll cook more in the sauce. The chicken has been cooked and removed. Now I'm doing my sausage. I'm gonna let the sausage cook. Then we'll start our sauce. All right, it's time to remove the sausage. Now it's time to get the luscious part in. Let's get our whipping cream. And I'm using this whole container of heavy whipping cream. And I have my seasonings that we're going to, of course, we're going to do our spin. And remember, all of the seasonings are in the description box below. All right, I'm going to whisk in a tablespoon of flour. I'm going to whisk that in really good, so there won't be any clumps. And I'm going to see how that works. Half of this. Let's start out with half. Oh, it's a little more. Go ahead and add a little more of that. Saxon, Goya Saxon. Go ahead and add in the veggies. And stir those around in there. My sausage. And I'm gonna start out with half of this chicken. Let's see, I'll make sure I get the juice too. Chicken. I'm gonna do half since we got so much meat in here. Let's see how that's working. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of sauce, but remember we gotta add in our pasta too, so. My sausage. And I'm gonna start out with half of this chicken. Let's see, I'll make sure I get the juice too. Chicken. I'm gonna do half since we got so much meat in here. Let's see how that's working. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of sauce, but remember we gotta add in our pasta too, so. Maybe I add in a little more chicken. That's good. So we gotta get our shrimp in here. All right, I'm gonna taste this. It's good. All right, let's add our shrimp in. Of course, you know that doesn't take long to cook. Then we'll be putting in our pasta, tossing, and it's ready. I'm gonna sprinkle some black pepper. Stir that around. Well, y'all won't believe I forgot to add in my tomatoes. And they're sitting right here looking dead at me. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me right in the face. It's time to add in our cheese. We do about a cup. This is a 5-ounce container, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. All right, I got my pasta here. Now we're just gonna put it in. Smell it. Get up. Let's see. I'm gonna have to probably put some chicken stock in it. Kind of thin it out, maybe not. That's really what I had the chicken stock for. In the event I needed to thin it out, but I don't think I have to. I might as well put the rest of this pasta in. I call myself making a small batch, but it's a lot. It's just 2 people. I have to call the kids over. All right. Here we go. Let me just sprinkle the parsley on top. It's nice and green and pretty. A little more Parmesan cheese. And then paprika. Bel Pepper. Here it is, all done. Now I'm ready to drop the mic and grab the fork. Good.